Welcome back, welcome back. Hope you guys doing alright. Another nice, successful day at work. Bored out of my mind. And I'm going over an old China White video that I had saved in my thing. And I already did a video on this, but I think I want to use it again and flip it and use it in a different way. I used it to show my wolves, my male wolves, like, listen, man, like, the world's like what it is. If you are a broke man, you're finished. You know? Except being broke, except you're not going to get the best of women, unless you work on your personality and you meet one that, don't mind being with somebody regular. But if, the way the world teaches you, you don't even want them, just like the women don't want you, brokey. And it's not even about being broke, and it's not about being dusty. No, people want to, have things and live good. The world's brutal. And so I tried to show my male wolves, like, listen, man, like, you're going to have to work to get a good woman, first of all. And you're going to have to work twice as harder if you're not rich and successful. You know what I mean? You're going to have to maintain your life. You're going to have to wait probably longer. But in the meantime, you're going to have to not be bitter. You're going to have to actually be ready for this woman that you may meet eventually, and that can, she's going to want you to be, what's the right word? Making up for all the things that she finally realizes is important. Like all the women that I show you now that are men with money have nothing to offer. Men with no money have nothing to offer. It's like, whoa, you're crazy. Now you're just crazy. So, there's the women that actually get it. I'm going to get a little bit of this and a little bit of that. A man's either going to be rich and not have time for me, but I have that. And I may have to share him if he wants to. But there are men that don't, so we ain't going to just throw them under the bus like they're not fucking loyal men. And if I don't get a man that has all that money, I expect him to treat me really kind, not beat me, not cheat on me, because, hey, how many years have you gone without a woman and you want to get a woman and you want to cheat? Really? You really? 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 You want to take that risk, right? No. Most men that actually build themselves up and finally get that wife, I don't think they're going to risk things like that because, some of them, they've been working on it their whole life. So the fuck are you going to do all that work for nothing? Now, there are men that do. Now, back to this video. I used it for those reasons to point out these things and use a woman that's, it's a little sore for blows of reality men get to face, because the alpha males and the red pill guys, these motherfuckers just talk shit the whole time, and that ain't helping no men. That ain't helping men pointing out how 80 times in a goddamn stream or a video how you got money and dudes do. Listen, dog, we stop. What about the rest of the people? Like, you know what I'm saying? Alright, you alpha and you get to pick the best. That means there's still plenty of women for me to pick from. All the ones you don't want. So, and then with the tactics of, oh, you're taking my leftovers, and then shut the fuck up with all that, bro. It's like all these tactics to make people stay apart is just ridiculous. So now I want to bring this back to let women understand truly. If there's a woman telling men about y'all tricks, and men already tell men about y'all tricks, how long do y'all think before most of these games y'all play are literally coming to an end? How many times do you think you're roping a man in just for him to beat you in the head in the last second and you looking stupid and shit? Women have to understand. The more and more these truths come out, and men pay women now. You know, we want to hear women say these things too. Sound the horns, not just men. You know, because a lot of women haven't changed because they don't see women that change, or women that actually on the other side make these points. They only see women that make points on the other side of, oh, hate men, da 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 da, and it's our time now. You know, both sides have good and bad points. You know, feminism and all that. I can't hate against that. A woman actually getting beat up and robbed and all. Hey, this is why they created it. But we're past those days. So, you know, all this extra fighting for shit and things that don't matter. Nah, y'all can keep that. Y'all can go battle the alpha males. Y'all can keep up that fight. The rest of us non-pick motherfuckers, we gonna go down here and we gonna figure this shit out. Salute to the queen. Line up. She about to dig in your ass.
Focusing on the shit that you're doing that's fucking up your life. Whatever, the first thing that come to your mind, what's the first thing that come to your mind is like, you got a weakness for it. What's the first thing? What's your weakness? What's the weakness? Is it liquor? Is it drugs? Is it food? Is it pussy? Is it partying? Is it buying clothes, shopping? Is it, like, what the fuck is it, fam? That weakness is your enemy.
If you don't identify your weaknesses as a man, hey, how you doing, man? You can't become a stronger man. All of there's no weak. I'm omniscient. The ego of pretending like you're a fucking Superman, but you stop it. That's what's fucking you up, because you won't admit defeat and then say, all right, I'm weak in that area. Let me start working on that. So, next time I won't be defeated so easily.
That's what's destroying you.
Ladies, look at me. Now look at your man. Now look back at me. Now look at your man once more.
Is your enemy. That's what's destroying you. Right there. You don't second guess yourself. Why do men, you have all the answers. Any answer you need is going to come from the Most High, and the Most High work through you. You lean on that. You lean on that. You don't need no self-help book. You don't need no guru. You don't need a content creator to tell you that shit. You don't need a book. You don't need to see a fucking therapist. You know what's right. You know what you need to take care of. You just procrastinate.
How can nobody in the world know what's wrong with them? It's impossible. You're you. You know what bothers you. You know what you're weak at. You don't need nobody. We're past those days of like, I'm a professional of knowing you. How the fuck you gonna know me? You don't know me. And 9 times out of 10, when people go to psychiatrists, even psychiatrists say it, 80% of these people don't tell the whole fucking truth. They come in here with their fucking lies and shenanigans. If you're gonna go to the therapist and make yourself look better and hide certain things, you're wasting your fucking money. You want somebody to side with you. Side with your goddamn self, work on yourself, or stay in the shenanigans and play the game like the rest of the fucking people.
And you procrastinating because you know that work is hard. You don't feel like doing it. So you want shortcuts. You want me to tell you some bullshit. I'm not going to tell you no bullshit. You want me to stroke your ego? I'm not going to do that. Go to your other, go to that other whore that point out women bullshit, so your ass can never learn the shit that you doing. That's fucking up when you dealing with these whores.
She G'd on you.
I'm not
She's
dumb. Listen, I'm a woman. I know a lot of men dick get hard for a big ass and a small waist. It's just fucking facts. I'm not gonna sit on this shit and say don't fuck that whore when your dick getting hard and you wanna fuck that whore. That's your decision as a man. You do what you wanna do. It's your.
You know the consequences of it. See, I ain't even gonna bring the Lord into it, you know. Oh, sustain from sex or all that. Nah, dog. You know, every time you be having one of them, regardless if the night goes good, everything goes good. After your couple of fucking weeks of having fun, you're broke again and you're wondering what you gotta scheme all over again. Instead of building yourself up, if you count all the money you spend on giving money to women and chilling and your friends, if you just add it up 1 year, right? And now think about the thing you can buy and you keep thinking about buying. That's why you don't have it. That's why.
Life.
You don't need an extra job, sound the horns. You don't need an extra plan, sound the horns. You don't need an extra nothing. You need to stop giving your shit away. So you can build yourself up to get the thing you want that's probably going to get you more money or more notoriety or whatever it is you're fucking chasing in this world. It's a joke. People don't know how to just be like, listen, man, I want this. I don't need a plan. I need to learn my habits. I need to know where I'm, the hole in my money ship. Where the fuck am I leaking this money out from? And let me patch this shit up for a while.
It's your life. I'm not your mother. I can't thank you when you do something bad. That's your shit. You just gotta know how to deal with them. Men do not know how to deal with these hoes. They just don't. And men like these hoes. Come on now. You can't tell me you don't like these hoes. You like these hoes. Don't be the one sucking the dick. The tip. Amazing as fuck. Like, your wife ain't giving you the best brain. You go find you a hoe and she nearly sucked the life out of you. Y'all fucking hoes. But y'all, what y'all do is, y'all bring that hoe, put in your fucking castle, and leave your wife for the hoe.
Yo, you know how many times I've seen this happen? You know how many times I've seen a woman that knew she had a good man, a good catch, and she's like, I don't care if you go out there and like, you know what I mean, but don't wow out too much, you know. I'm gonna let you out the gate. You're not going out the gate. When I know you better than you know you, I know when you're sick of looking at me and you're thirsty, I'm gonna let you out the gate for some water, you know? And then they go get the girl, and then they think, I'm gonna let China explain it to you. So women can understand that, one, there are other women out there, and it's on every level this happens. I'm not saying it's right, not saying it's wrong. It's your capability of dealing with things, you know? If you're truly with the, oh, my man can't do this, all right, well, you do that. You find that man and you do that. But if you can't, and a man actually provides, loves you, and actually cannot do this stupid shit and actually realize you're the one, you're the only one. They're there for fun, and you're the one. That's it. Some men can't get that through their head, and that's why the dynamic of men having other partners is such a bad thing now, because men fucked it up. You don't know how to act. Well, first, when you left the laws of gods and gave up your concubines, which allowed you to have another woman there, and men got greedy, that's fucked that up. And now men said, let's not even get married, and let's have these girlfriend relationships, and fuck shit up even more. Because now everybody's just doing shit anyway, and it's weird, like everybody's pretending they're not doing this shit. But a lot of you men give up a lot of good marriages just like this for a bozo.
Castle, and leave your wife for the hoe. A lot of you niggas do that. Or fuck up a good, healthy relationship you got with the girl that's burying your children and that's doing what the fuck you say for that hoe. Cause you get tender dick. And the bitch put it on you. And you get so caught up with what the hell she's saying to you. You get so caught up with what she said, cause what she doing is she blowing your brains up. It's called like, she blowing your balls up.
Gassing your head up. Got you thinking you a super duper king, and she'll tell you everything. I let you do whatever you want. I can't believe she just, yo dog, she don't do nothing for you but have sex with you. Your wife's at home and doing the real wife stuff that she don't know how to do and don't want to do. She just wants her to get out of there so she can be in that spot and then think good enough. You're an idiot. And then you'll get somebody to come do the things she don't want to do. She just wants to reverse it. She wants to be the whore at home and then give you the privilege to go find another housewife that comes around and be's a girlfriend every now and again. Get the fuck out of here with that. You really fall for that?
So when you deal with your woman, your main chick, you begin to treat your main chick like shit and treat the new hoe like she's something special. And all the bitch doing is blowing up your balls. She not showing you no action.
No.
She ain't doing shit but riding your dick. And you get caught up in that shit. And you want me to point out what hoes are doing? No, nigga. I'm going to point out what the fuck you're doing. So when you deal with her, you know how to maneuver and operate and conquer her. Because it has to do with you. That's a you problem. That is a you problem. The problems that you having with all these women, that's you. Where you dropping the ball at, fam?
Right.
Where? You know where. I don't need to point it out. You already know. Damn, China right. I spent the night at a bitch house. What I told y'all about sleeping at a bitch house? Why are you sleeping at a bitch house? Yeah, China right. I told that bitch where I stay at. Why are you telling bitches where you stay at? You want you a fucking stalker? You have not yet conquered the bitch fully, and you bringing the bitch around your kids. You bringing her to your house. Come on now, fam. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? You acting like stepdaddy. You know, you already got stepkids all fucking ready. Just met the bitch gave you the best brain in your life, and that be a lot of you niggas' weakness.
Yo, she just switched off from relationships to you just by yourself. You know what I'm saying? This is why most men are broke. This is why most women that are good women that are waiting for men to hit that age, mature, and say, you know what? I'm gonna just get a wife now. You ruin your money so much that you can't. And about time you finally do meet that good girl, you don't know how to act. You're still stuck in your vibration of a bad boy, and I'm gonna do whatever I want. You don't have routines of a family man. You don't talk like a family man. You don't think about family shit. So even though you want a family now because you're financial, you're not a fucking husband. You're not a father, bro. So, you know, some of these women actually want these things. They're not gonna change. They're not dumb.
It be that pussy. That pussy is y'all weakness on some real shit. The pussy cannot be the weakness. No. You gotta overcome that. I don't know if you gotta sell your raw oats 1,000 times for you to get the juices out your goddamn head about that pussy.
Did that work for all the alpha males that are successful? They're successful. They got these great online jobs and they teach other men, right? And they all this, right? Why aren't they married by now? Some of them are already hitting they was millionaires in their 20s, some of these guys. They're 30, 40. I see a guy on there like 60 years old. Pumped up, big chest. He's looking decent for his age. He got a full head of hair that he's like getting plugs. But hey, he still looks good for an older man. He'd probably take me in a heartbeat. But he's not married. And I'm like, yo, dog, you telling all this alpha pill red stuff and how to control. Well, I think he was married. So, you know, the ones that do get married and go back, hey, I understand. You went through the traumas. I can't tell you to take that risk again. You know what I mean? Because the marriage rates is more high. When you get married and get divorced, it's even a higher rate you're going to get divorced again. When I heard that, I said, whoa. If I get married and divorced, I don't think I'm going to even try to get married again, because if it was already a high rate of me not successfully having a marriage the first time, and it's twice as likely that I'm going to like lose my second wife automatically, I say, whoa, this is why men... Oh, is that why all the older women are finding out older, like, men, you know, think about it. If I'm a man and I know most marriages fail again, right? You think I'm going to risk it with someone that I don't get to have all the dreams? This is why the older guys end up going with the young chicks and shit. They're like, yo, I'm going to get robbed anyway. I might as well lose and get things that I never got. I might as well lose in a different way. You get it? Like, majority of men once we lose a certain way, it's hard, especially when it's the wife and everything and all that. Women gotta understand this is why men have been talking and teaching each other, because most men want to get married and it's not worth it if you're not gonna get anything out of it. Like, it's ridiculous.
1,000 times for you to get the juices out your goddamn head about that pussy, but that pussy make a lot of you.
Like I said, did that work for the red pillars and all these other men? Nope. I don't need to use the Bible. I can use the results of men in the world. The men that don't choose to slow down. The men that don't choose to start learning, they get stuck in that cycle and they never stop. So,
A lot of you weak. And that's your enemy. It should not run like that. You
Facts.
fuck the pussy when she earns the dick.
Duh.
You don't just fuck the pussy because the pussy look good.
That is exactly what's wrong with the average males and why we can't retain these women. Well, I mean, some of them gonna leave you anyway, right? But they flip the dynamic on us. Men really believe they're the ones that are supposed to hold out. No, you're supposed to hold out. That's your tactic. That's what you're supposed to be able to do. Duh. You don't get it. Because they reversed our thinking. Women are supposed to hold out for marriage and all that, blah, 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 blah. What do you think a man's supposed to be doing during that time? Just sleeping with multiple women? No, dummy, you're supposed to be fucking holding back. And the reality of it is, any whatever guru, specialist, fucking red pill, no matter what they are that talk about how to get women, that will always tell you that tactic of don't just jump into talking to sex and trying to go after it, because women will reject you off of that. You go that way, she's gonna go this way. So if you go that way, she's gonna go the way you want her to go. It's reverse psychology. Duh. Women don't even realize they're designed like a video game. Doesn't matter, no matter how far you go back, sound the horns, no matter what time ever, no matter if it's a fucking, men and women are like video games. There's a push and there's a pull. That's the people we end up falling in love with the most, is the person that matches that flow. But we don't realize, like I said, we got tricked out of certain things, and now women expect you to just know their flow without having information about them. This is why putting your dick up and actually talking to women and, actually paying attention and not just, a lot of men think they care about women, but if I ask you certain things about your woman and you don't know the answers, and you should know the answers, if I do it in front of her, you're going to be real mad, because she's going to want to rip your head off.
You don't just fuck the pussy because the pussy look good. You selling yourself short. She's conquering you. You literally submitting to her and her wants and needs, because she gonna want to fuck. Fucking is gonna come. You talking about fucking quickies? You talking about head in the car, head at the beach, head like fucking, that shit gonna come. You just brushing that shit because you so happy to be in the presence of a bitch you actually want to fuck. You get excited and you give the shit away. Come on now. Y'all giving that shit away. Soon as you meet a bitch, she looks good, she got good energy, she fine as fuck, and you want to fuck, so you give your dick up so soon, and then when you try to put the bitch in the right state of mind, you can't do that because you done already gave her the dick. Now you tender dick as fuck.
You know what I'm saying?
Can't tell me that's not how the game go. The game go like that.
It's literally that simple. I don't care if you got a good wife, right? Even if she's not going to do you dirty or whatever, there's no woman in the world that's not going to use sex against you. That's the way it goes. That's why a man needs to understand and control himself, be good enough at it where you can please, but also know in your mind you're not just there to be you're not just a fucking object. Just like she says she's not. We have our minds so fucked up. We don't even realize they use us like meat. You use yourself like a fucking meat. Like it's just there to be disposed of. Like, you know what I mean? This is why they doing what they doing. They ain't got nothing to look back at and be like, alright, this is the example. Duh.
Or it could be fucking less you wanted from the bitch. All you wanted was the bust a nut. So if all you want was the bust a nut, you ain't getting shit. You can bust a nut with your right hand. You can bust a nut. You know what I mean? Like, that's carnal-minded as fuck. You should be at the stages that women want to literally move in with you and be with you. That should be the stage that you in right now.
Because you already had sex. Like I said, if you don't know how to change and grow as a man, why would a woman want to move in with you? You know what I mean? You're still living like a bachelor. You still think like a bachelor. So when a woman that actually wants those things, when she sees, hey, how you doing? When she sees those things and she's doesn't have to be mean to reject you. You just get rejected, you know. A lot of men wonder why that one good one just didn't keep going through with things, and it's not that you didn't make enough money. Sound the horns. It's sound the horns. It's not that you weren't cool enough, and no, you checked off all those boxes. You were really ready to be with somebody, but you didn't know how to show it. You don't live the lifestyle of someone that wants to be with somebody. So she was like, nah, I'm not taking a chance. Too many fuckboys out here.
You should be in that stage that bitches want to serve you. If you over the age of 30, nigga, what the fuck are you doing?
What are you doing?
Those days of fucking bitches, one night stand is gone. You in your 30s now. You should be owning your first fucking home. Having property. Your business. If you're not there, then your focus